So one of my favorite comedians, Damon Wayans, I love the whole family. He sat down with Big Boy, and he had said something very interesting.
So he talked about not getting back on stage doing stand-up. He doesn't plan to do that anytime soon. Let's take a listen.
Do you see Damon Wayans getting back on stage?
No, not
because man, you are a master comedian, bro.
I appreciate it, and when I was doing it, I loved it. It's just the audience is too dumb right now. My stand-up ain't fodder for someone to pick apart.
Right.
It's like, here's the joke. You don't like it, don't laugh. Keep it moving. Now they think they have some say,
and everybody's super offended.
Right. Well, they're being programmed to be offended because they're really not. Like when I was doing stand-up and I was in the clubs, people were laughing.
Right.
It's just now it's different. You have to have a conversation, because if you go on stage and go, man, I hate. As soon as you say hate, everybody's their hairs bristle up and they're ready to boo. Right. But if you go, man, I don't understand. It's a conversation.
He's right.
Yep.
I just thought it was so crazy because, I mean, I think with him being like, he's doing the show with his son and he's moving around so much right now, to see them on stage, I would be, that's gonna sell out anywhere. People
just so y'all can go there and be offended, like he said, man, F you and your think pieces with no thought.
I wouldn't be offended.
Like Dave Chappelle tries to break that mold all the time, but people always say they offended and they always have a problem with him. But like he said, you're comedians.
Right, Jess? You're a comedian.
Yeah, but my shows, they crazy. Like I don't bleep nothing out. I don't act like basically, if you buy a ticket and you are that type of person, you will be offended at my shows.
And
you know what I mean? Because there's certain things that you can't talk about online that you can talk about on stage. I'm from Baltimore. I've been the same raw comic that I've been. It's just that I learned very quickly that the stage, the same thing that translate into laughs on the stage is not. It don't play well online.
Have people been offended at your show though?
Yeah. But they don't laugh, and they laugh at the next joke. They keep it moving, just like he said. But now it's different. It is different. But I don't think that no Wayans could ever live up to their full capacity that they did when they first came out these days.
I see some big backs get offended at your show, but I think that's only because I was there.
Yeah. Around that whole time, with that whole recent thing, he diagnosed them with
Jess
big
had
backs.
a joke about it.
Was they out there protesting? They said it was getting the steps in.
Yeah, they wasn't at my show protesting, but Charlamagne just sitting in the audience triggered a bunch of big people who was there because, and I went on, I told her how it was. He was the one that I pointed him out and everything. I didn't call y'all big backs. Y'all buy my tickets all the time. Y'all are good people.
And then that club had a 2-wing basket minimum, so it was crazy in there that night.
It's normally 2 drinks.
Not for that night. Because the abundance of big backs that was in the building.
Yeah, but he had New Jersey big people pissed off though. But,
but super serve your audience. That's all. If people don't like it, don't listen. But if people that do like it, feed those folks. That's all.
Like he said, the audience too dumb. He damn right. He too dumb. And then the new trend is being offended and sensitive about something. So it's like, nah, he could never get back on stage because he's not the type of comic that you can water down.
Right.
He's not the type of comic that's gonna change.
And that's what I would be excited about, but I do get the other side of it. But he did talk about like just where comedy is today and the time that he chose to exit. Let's take a listen to that too.
Do you feel like you got in and so-called out at the right time?
Oh, it's the best time. When I was coming up, there was Arsenio Hall, Robert Townsend, my brother Keenan, Eddie Murphy, John Witherspoon, Paul Mooney.
Those are heavy hitters.
And everybody was different. Everybody had a different voice and a different take, even on the same joke. Now I watch comedy and it's the same take on the same joke. There are some people out there that are funny, genuinely funny, but for the most part, I'm not impressed. It doesn't make me want to get up there.
Because it's safe. A lot of comics playing it safe, and comedy ain't supposed to be safe. It's supposed to be limitless.
You see the same thing? You see the same thing? People sounding the same?
Yeah, absolutely. Talking about the same thing, the same topics over and over. People scared to really dive into like the breakdown of jokes because they scared of hurting somebody's feelings. They scared of being recorded because somebody material end up online. That's grounds for you to be canceled and criticized and everything too. Even Marlon, like his little brother, Marlon Wayans, like he did his. I don't think Marlon gonna ever stop doing comedy, but. People saw his special and tried to murder him because he has a child that's trans. You know what I mean? And he jokes about it. And his daughter, I don't know what the sex is now, but if you Marlon Wayne's son or daughter, you already know what's up. You know what I mean? So it's like,
and the jokes probably fly in their house. We talked about that up here.
Yes, he did. You know, but people like try to cancel him, and what is that called? The suit? It's a lawsuit where somebody feel offended. They can the first class something suit. Something.
I don't know what that is.
Something about
the First Amendment.
Yeah, people were trying to. I don't know. You the one that know all of that. But people were trying to write Netflix for they wanted to get his special off of there. Because he was offending other trans people talking about his own child.
You know, the last time David Wayans probably got canceled was up here on the Breakfast Club.
We had a conversation about that.
And we probably the reason why he don't want to do it no more.
We don't got nothing to do with stand-up. But
what did he say?
Nope.
I chose not to include that audio.
Don't do that.
It was bad.
Why you want to rehash that? See, that you part of the problem.
I chose not to include it. You brought it up. I chose not to include it.
Yeah, but I'm not telling people what he got canceled for. Is what I'm saying.
I wasn't going to tell them.
I
was letting her know I chose not to include it so that we wouldn't have to talk about it.
I wouldn't let you play that. I wouldn't let you do that.
Now everybody gonna go back. I can't wait to go on YouTube to look at this.
He brought it up.
Crazy.
Nope. It's gone.
Right, well,
it doesn't exist.
What happened with Travis Scott?
Real quick.
We got some time.
Yeah, so the Travis Scott was at the WWE.
He put some paws on somebody. What happened?
Yeah, what was it? It was called The Chamber. Where's my hold on.
But,
okay, so Travis Scott, WWE star Cody Rhodes, Travis Scott, The Rock, and John Cena were all in the ring with him. That happened over the weekend. That happened Saturday. Tons of people there. Drake, I think there was tons of celebrity there. But basically there was a video that went viral from their little skit that they did, because you have John Cena holding Cody Rhodes down. He's getting with him. Then you got The Rock slapping him with this like custom belt that Travis Scott made. And then Travis Scott holds Cody Rhodes, and slaps him. But the way he slaps him, even I feel like John Cena and The Rock kind of paused a little bit. It was
this fake. Like, what you doing?
He brought the YN energy.
Wow.
It was kind of crazy, but I couldn't tell if Cody Rhodes was actually hurt or not, because again, you know that they're
wrestling.
Man, what are we?
What there are reports.
Wrestling.
Listen to this. Now there are reports, and he's supposed to address this on Friday, that he suffered a black eye and a busted eardrum as a result of the slap. Like it went too far.
It happens sometimes.
Because the only person who ain't a real wrestler is Travis.
Yeah,
so,
he didn't know.
Yeah,
but aren't they supposed to train them or something like prior to that?
He probably didn't expect Travis to slap him like that.
I mean, he didn't have it. He was pinned down. Rose didn't have a choice. But I feel like in that moment, even with me, I don't watch WWE, but I was like, I think that was a little bit too far.
That's not what happened in rehearsal.
Y'all didn't feel like that when y'all watched the video?
This is a prime example of what we're talking about. I'm going to tell you
what
why.
you mean?
Because if you always tune, it's always the people who don't tune into something on the regular who come in and then all of a sudden get offended. So if you always been watching Damon Wayans, you're like, oh, he's funny as hell. But then here come a stranger that ain't never watched, and that one joke will offend. Same thing with this wrestling thing, right? If you watch wrestling all the time, you're used to this type of stuff.
Normal.
But she's just, I don't watch wrestling. But now she watched wrestling one time.
She was like, I was offended.
I was offended. It went too far. I think it was too much.
I was just like, yo, like that was crazy. You didn't feel like that when you watched it?
No.
Ray, did you feel like that when you watched it?
I've seen people hit with folding chairs in wrestling and all types of things.
Cactus Jack Manson.
No, but it's done in a certain style. Like they bounce back up.
All
Like
right,
it's
guys.
different.
All right. Well, that is the rumors. All right.
You'll pass out if you see the Hell in the Cell with who Cactus Jack fought that time when he fell through the cage. I can't remember.
I've seen the little cage stuff and all that too.
Well, let's get to the mix. The People's Choice Mix.
Bloody.
Get your request in now. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Wake that ass up.
Early in the morning.
The Breakfast Club.